spotlight falls on Keely Ringo, who's stating his place among the league's best with 6 picks this season. It's the Raiders and the...
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
The secret to his game and his success? Incredible chemistry with each and every one of the guys who catches passes with him. And not only does he ask them to stay after practice or meet it before practice, he actually demands it because he knows if they have that kind of chemistry built up, they're going to be hard to beat each and every ball game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
You talk about this Washington defense.
And they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
2nd down, here's Charbonnet. Yeah, he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
A quick burst there and nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Purdy now to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
That's taken on the 25. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be led out by a 1st-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
The false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on 2nd down.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains. Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 22-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And they're going to face a third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
Like any team plan, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
Here we go on 4th down. Fields. He's got it. Touchdown, Commanders. Jonathan Mingo.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession and try and get things moving. Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
The numbers for Hunter Henry from a week ago. 8 catches, 94 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Out of the gun again to Charbonnet.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field of the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
Purdy. And the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Aaron Donald in there for a milestone sack. That's number 150 of his great career. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Purdy's throw into the hands of Henry here.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Here's Ethan Evans now.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
Justin Fields going to lead his offense back out. He was 4-4 on that opening drive, including the touchdown pass, as he'll try again here to duplicate that success, starting with a first down.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
to Mixon on second down.
There he goes left side.
He's on his way. Joe Mixon.
Touchdown, Washington.
Joe Mixon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to go.
It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
And now a handoff to Charbonnet.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's back.
And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On first and 10, it's Charbonnet.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This time they'll throw it. Here's Purdy. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air on it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here's Purdy. Incomplete.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Here's Fields.
This short pass into the hands of the Joker.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Here's 3rd and 6. Now it's Fields.
They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Fields on first down.
It's Hill, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Fields throwing again.
And his throw here is incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Fields. Over the middle, he finds Eskridge.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 12-yard line. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Fields.
Throw left side complete. That's Hill. Touchdown! Tyreek Hill. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game and no signs of slowing down.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Purdy looking to throw. He's got the hook up with Dobbs.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. That's Phillips. And he goes out of bounds, it looks like right at the 50. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short pass caught by Henry.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
Purdy will look to throw again here. Throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
One final possession for the Commanders in this opening half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Now a first down throw, Fields.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Now a 2nd and 10. Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Commanders are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Browns who are out on top. 3 touchdown passes there for Will Levis. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And it was the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars that go home with the victory. Jared Goff, sharp in the victory, as his guys get back within a game.
Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. As the Commanders make their way out on offense, let's take a peek at the playoff picture in the NFC.
And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Back to Mixon on second down.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On play action, Fields.
And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Good clean play, no flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
They snap it to Fields.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
13 yards there on a Washington first.
And when you have success throwing the football, The old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. This short pass into the hands of the Joker. And it'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here now, 2nd and 4. Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
They'll roll him out right.
And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown.
Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Commanders 35, Raiders nothing. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
Dancing to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And this is going to be a Raiders 1st down as he'll take this up to the 38-yard line. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball game, giving them no openings, no seams, and now they've got this game well in hand.
Credit Yaya Diaby with a stop. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7. Again, it's Charbonnet.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
42 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
And a Raider 1st down.
Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
On 1st down, it's Purdy.
He finds his man, complete. It's Beck, and he'll be brought down. Out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37. Purdy now to throw.
Complete. Jefferson the target. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
The offense on third down tonight, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and the nose of the football. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
A second down throw for Purdy. Short pass caught by Henry. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Purdy. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
McPherson's kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Here's a 2nd and 5. It's Mixon on the counter. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. 128 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards. So make it 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground, mixing again.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Mixing up the middle. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here we go, son.
And they will take a knee here.
So a victory here for the Commanders.
And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Commanders,
they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.